Rome, the name echoes through history. It evokes images of grand monuments, powerful legions, and a civilization that shaped the Western world. But Rome's story begins humbly, as a small village on the banks of the Tiber River in Italy. Founded according to legend in 753 BC, Rome was initially just one of many competing settlements in the region. However, the Romans possessed a unique blend of pragmatism, discipline, and ambition. These qualities fueled their expansion. They built a strong military and gradually extended their control over the Italian peninsula. Early Roman society was characterized by its citizen soldiers and a strong sense of civic duty. Roman expansion brought them into conflict with neighboring powers, most notably the Etruscans to the north and the Carthaginians in North Africa. The Etruscans, with their advanced culture, initially held sway over Rome. However, the Romans eventually threw off Etruscan rule and established their own republic in 509 BC. This event marked a turning point, setting the stage for Rome's rise to prominence. Rome's growing power inevitably led to a clash with Carthage, a powerful maritime empire based in what is now Tunisia. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 conflicts spanning over a century, would determine the fate of the Western Mediterranean. The First Punic War, from 264 to 241 BC, saw Rome, traditionally a land power, build a navy to challenge Carthaginian dominance at sea. This conflict, marked by fierce naval battles and heavy losses on both sides, ultimately ended in Roman victory. The Second Punic War, from 218 to 201 BC, witnessed the legendary Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca leading his army, complete with elephants, across the Alps and into Italy. Hannibal inflicted a series of crushing defeats on the Romans, but he was ultimately unable to capture Rome itself. The Romans regrouped and, under the leadership of Scipio Africanus, defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. The Third Punic War, from 149 to 146 BC, was a foregone conclusion. Rome, driven by a desire to eliminate its rival once and for all, utterly destroyed Carthage. The city was razed to the ground, its inhabitants sold into slavery. This victory cemented Roman control over the Western Mediterranean and marked a turning point in their imperial ambitions. The latter centuries of the Roman Republic were marked by internal strife and expansion abroad. Ambitious generals like Gaius Marius and Lucius Cornelius Sulla emerged, using their legions to further their political careers. This period saw the rise of Julius Caesar, a brilliant general and cunning politician. Caesar's conquest of Gaul, a region encompassing modern-day France, Belgium, and parts of Germany, greatly expanded Roman territory and power. His military exploits, recounted in his own memoirs, made him a hero to the Roman people. However, Caesar's growing power and popularity aroused the suspicion of the Roman Senate. Fearing he would become a tyrant, a group of senators assassinated Caesar on the Ides of March, March 15th, in 44 BC. This act, intended to save the Republic, instead plunged it into a new round of civil wars. Caesar's adopted son Octavian, later known as Augustus, emerged victorious from these conflicts. Augustus, a shrewd and calculating ruler, established the Roman Empire in 27 BC. He consolidated power, stabilized the borders, and ushered in a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity, known as the Pax Romana. The Pax Romana, Latin for Roman peace, lasted for over 2 centuries, from the reign of Augustus, 27 BC, to 14 AD, to the death of Marcus Aurelius in 180 AD. This era was characterized by relative peace and stability within the empire's borders, allowing for unprecedented economic and cultural flourishing. Roman trade networks expanded, connecting distant corners of the empire and beyond. Goods flowed freely along Roman roads, contributing to the wealth of cities and towns across the empire. The Romans made significant advancements in infrastructure, constructing an extensive network of roads, aqueducts, and public buildings. These achievements not only facilitated trade and communication, but also showcased Roman engineering prowess. Roman law and administration were standardized throughout the empire, creating a sense of unity and order. The Pax Romana witnessed a golden age of Roman literature, art, and philosophy, with figures like Virgil, Ovid, Seneca, and Tacitus leaving an enduring mark on Western civilization. This period of prosperity and cultural achievement solidified Rome's position as the dominant power in the Mediterranean world. Roman architecture stands as a testament to the empire's power, ingenuity, and enduring legacy. The Romans were renowned for their innovative use of materials, particularly concrete, which allowed them to construct massive and durable structures. They excelled in the art of vaulting, enabling them to create vast interior spaces, such as those found in the Pantheon and the Baths of Caracalla. Roman architects and engineers were masters of urban planning, designing cities with grid-like layouts, paved streets, and elaborate sewage systems. They erected monumental structures like the Colosseum, a vast amphitheater that could hold up to 50,000 spectators, and the Pantheon, a temple dedicated to all gods, with its iconic dome. Roman aqueducts, marvels of engineering, brought fresh water from distant sources to cities and towns, enabling the growth of urban centers. These structures, often spanning miles over challenging terrain, are a testament to Roman ingenuity and technological prowess. The architectural achievements of the Roman Empire not only served practical purposes, but also reflected the grandeur and ambition of Roman civilization.